Good morning. A lot of things are happening, and it's amazing. A lot of things are happening. First, it was the COVID-19, and everybody was on hold. And now the thing is that what happened with the gentleman and the policeman being on his neck, and he actually died from that. And seeing the video, how has, as a black man, what do you feel your role is during these time of this pandemic and this racial tension?
It's funny to me how it started off being about Mr. George Floyd and the white cop being on his
Yeah.
neck. 1 or 2 days, for 1 or 2 days, you saw all over the news, black people protesting, not really looting, very little looting. But now, if you look at the narrative and the people involved, the color of the people have changed, the narrative have changed, and it's all turned into rioting and looting.
And what is your role? What do you believe your role is right
uh,
now, besides being a part of MEPA? But go ahead.
my role was exactly as I was driving through there, I was telling my son to look at how the color of the people of the protest has changed. And beforehand, the first couple of days, you saw black people protesting, just protesting with signs. Now you see people busting windows, burning down buildings. So I'm just teaching my son, the men that are closest to me, the importance of the narrative, what happened, and the direction, not letting other people change the direction of something that you started. So I feel like that's a problem.
Who's next?
Yeah, this is Marlon, and I'm gonna chime back in behind him. I totally agree with what he's saying. The bigger picture, and again, I'm going back to I am a shot. That's the reason what it's for is just to make sure that people understand. And I think LL Cool J, he said it best. I've been saying it even before these two situations has happened. With all of the times that I've been had my foot on my neck with being micromanaged at the job, or even saying something where it was a brilliant idea, but I wasn't supposed to say it. So I got fired.
You don't just here in MEPA. The goal is not so much just about MEPA. The goal is about birthing something in you. A group of guys who come together who can talk, and I call it a safe place that you can come to and be safe. I know that doesn't sound real manly to some people because I feel safe, but are you safe enough to talk about what's really going on with you? Are you safe enough and comfortable enough to encourage and empower somebody else? And it's a group of guys that are plethora of things with a plethora of giftings in it. So MEPA is also about that. If MEPA at some point in your life being here doesn't cause another branch to expand on your tree, the root is your vision, then you might want to reevaluate, well, are you getting the most out of MEPA that you possibly can? Because something's supposed to birth. Your life's supposed to be more enriched. That's why we call it empowerment. And you should be able to empower somebody else.
Whatever it's been, we've always had their foot, their knee, their foot, their body on our neck trying to suffocate us, trying to kill us. And so we have to create more ways to beat them, not just when it comes to the judicial system. That's really one of the last ones. I mean, as it relates to like dealing with police, but in all forms of law. And I'm saying that as a person who has worked as a criminal defense and as a private investigator on the side. We have to understand the laws as it relates to economics and everything that's going on in society so that we can beat them at this game that they continuously and constantly keep changing, trying to change up on us. And one of the only ways that we can do it is to get men who are professionals in each one of these arenas who look like us, who represent us, but especially who look like us more than anything, to become a part of MEPA and to commit to us and our progression in being back in the forefront of our communities and in leadership on a global level so that we can be who we are, and that is the original man, manifesting ourselves in all forms and themes of life's blessings and benefits.
Anyone else?
Um, uh, you know, making sure that everybody's heading in the right direction, in a positive direction. Because if you're on your own, or you're not having a positive reinforcement here in this world, especially here lately, you might even get falling through the cracks a little bit, and start going in a bad direction, and you may just feel like it's too much against you, the way things are. I mean, there's so many negative things that can come at you. I know the type of guys that we have on this call. Some of us just let it roll off our shoulders and we keep it moving. But then there's the other type of people who may never had that experience of having someone to have their back, or haven't had a father, a figure, or father in general to tell them, as they say, you do as you were taught, um, or you do as you saw. Um, and sometimes there's other ways. But yeah, I feel like the role for us is to basically just uh, make sure there's no child or no grown men left astray. Uh, Support each other. I mean, if you didn't see it at any other time in your life, you saw it this week, where there's definitely strength in numbers, and sometimes things don't get done until somebody may have to raise the voice a little bit.
I want to personally thank everybody for joining this dialogue with MEPA. I don't know what we call it. I don't know if we call it Man Cave or just MEPA Man or whatever it is. We want to thank you all for uh, your time this morning, but we also want to thank our audience as well as being a part of our conversation. And we want to encourage you to tap into and go to our YouTube, our Facebook, our website, and we appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, team. Look forward to. We'll be on Zoom on Tuesday night. You'll get the information. Everybody have an awesome day. Continue to do what you do and make a difference. Because we're MEPA men. We don't come to take sides. We come to take over. Peace and blessings to everybody.